Welcome back to Next-Gen Diecast for more of the Next-Gen Piston Cup. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Dominic. Dominic, thank you so much for all your support and for being a part of the channel. I hope you continue to enjoy all of the racing. First up for Group 7, it's number 21, Ryan Laney. Laney sat 21st in the standings at the end of race 1. Next up, number 28, Tim Treadless. Treadless barely held on to a top 16 spot at the end of race 1. Coming into race 2, in the top 4, it's number 57, Jun Yi. And also holding a top 4 spot coming into race 2, it's number 123, Jonas Carvers. We are 6 groups into round 1 here in race 2, and we have yet to have a repeat group winner from race 1. Can Jun Yi or Jonas Carvers turn that around here in Group 7? They start out front for the first heat. The gate drops and we're racing again at Thunder Mountain Speedway. Jun Yi will lead him through 1 and 2. Carvers on the inside making a run. There's contact. Jun Yi with a great run out of turn 4. He'll win the first race of the day. Carvers second, Laney third, and then Tim Treadless back in 4th. Carvers made a big run on Jun Yi going into turn 3, and then Jun Yi closed the door quickly through the block, and that allowed him to run away with it coming out of turn 4 to take the first race of the day. Jun Yi will start out on top with 5 points. Jonas Carvers has 3. So the battle continues between VCD 132 Racing and Dom's Tuner Shop. We've got Ryan Laney with 2 points. Tim Treadless picked up 1. For Heat 2, Jun Yi and Ryan Laney will start out front in row 1, and then Jonas Carvers and Tim Treadless will start in row 2. The gate drops and we're back racing. Jun Yi's going to lead him through 1 and 2. He's pulling away going into turn 3. Jun Yi into the wall. He flips over into the grass. Laney's going to slide across the finish line in first in front of Carvers. Treadless third, but Jun Yi is upside down in the grass after a huge crash at the exit of turn 4. What a scary moment for Jun Yi. Watch him coming into 3. He's low through 3, goes high in turn 4, and he makes contact with the outside wall, and then he sails over the inside wall into the grass. You saw Laney throw the block on Carvers to take the win. Big impact with that outside wall. Does a full 360 in the air before coming down into the grass and flipping over. The TMS safety crew is on site, and they're going to have to get Jun Yi a load of Gasprin for that massive hood ache he'll have after such a wild ride. Laney will be the new points leader 2 races in. He's got 7 points. Carvers up to 6 points. Jun Yi stays stuck with 5, and then Treadless in the back with 3. So Jun Yi's back and ready to race. We'll see how that big crash affected him. Ryan Laney and Treadless starting out front, and then Jun Yi and Carvers starting in the back. Green flag back out. Laney will lead going down into turn 1. He gets sideways and spins. Carvers pushing him all the way down into turn 3. Laney's going to lead out of 4 in reverse. He'll take the win. Treadless second, and then Jun Yi's going to come down in third. We lost Jonas Carvers, I believe, in turns 3 and 4. Watch him give Laney a push all the way down the mid-straight, and then Treadless coming out of nowhere on the outside forces Carvers down into the grass. Carvers isn't going to be too happy with that. That's going to cost him some major points. And then Ryan Laney winning back-to-back races, that's going to give him a big points lead going into the final race of Group 7. Laney has 12. He's 5 points ahead of Jun Yi. And then Carvers and Treadless are tied with 6 apiece. So all Laney has to do in the final race is finish that race, score 1 point, and he'll have Group 7 locked up and advance to the next round. Treadless and Carvers will start in row 1. Laney and Jun Yi will start in row 2 here in the final heat of Group 7. Here we go. They race down into turn 1 for the final time. Carvers on the outside. He'll lead him coming out of 2. Carvers trying to pull away from Treadless. It'll be Carvers with a blistering time winning the final race. Treadless second, Jun Yi third, Laney in 4th. What a run for Carvers. Super smooth and consistent. And he just put down the second fastest time of the season. Ryan Laney would finish the race and get that 1 point he needed to secure the group win. Jonas Carvers with the second quick time of the season with an 8.183, and now Dom's Tuner Shop as the 2 fastest drivers this season. Ryan Laney winning Group 7. He'll advance on to round 2. He scored 13 points. Carver's in second with 11. And then Junyi and Treadless were tied with 9 points apiece. So we've got just one more group to go here in round 1 of race 2. Group 8. First up, it's number 52, George Newen. Newen sat 13th in the standings at the end of race 1. Next up, it is number 70, Richie Gunzit. Coming into race 2, Gunzit was 12th in the standings. And next up, number 94, Jay. Jay would hold a spot in the top 6 at the end of race 1. And last up, the driver currently holding the fast time here at Thunder Mountain Speedway, Michael Roeder. This is the final group of round 1 here in race 2, with just one more spot remaining in round 2. Will Michael Roeder or Jay be able to repeat their success from race 1? Group 8, let's boogie. Good race going into turn 1. Jay and Roeder battling it out. Roeder gets sideways. Coming through 4, he's in reverse. Gunzit to second. Roeder turns it around. It's Gunzit taking the win. Gunzit with the last second pass. Jay getting around Roeder as well. Roeder was in reverse. He turns it around, and that leaves the door open for Gunzit and Jay to make the last second pass. Big win for Richie Gunzit. He'll start out with 5 points. Jay with 3, Roeder with 2, Newen with 1. What a way to start the final group here in round 1. The drivers are back at the line, ready to go for the second race. Jay and Newen will start out front. Roeder and Gunzit in the back. We're back racing again. Jay will lead him through 1 and 2. He's pulling away from Roeder. Roeder spins behind him. Jay's all by himself. He'll blister the field with a fast time, and he finishes almost 3 seconds ahead of second place. Great run for Jay as he tries to be the first driver to win his group in round 1 of race 1 and then win his group again here in round 1 of race 2. Jay will take the points lead with 8 points. Gunzit with 6 points, and then we've got Roeder and Newen tied with 4 points apiece. Just 2 more races to go. Newen and Gunzit will start in row 1. And then Jay and Roeder will start in row 2. Green flag back out. Newen leads him into turn 1. Jay into second. He spins. Newen does a 360. Jay pulls up right behind him. Here they come out of turn 4. It's a race to the line, and it's going to be Newen over Jay. Gunzit finishes in third. And then we've got Roeder at the entrance of turn 3 talking with Sheriff. Watch Newen does a complete 360 going down into turn 3. That allows the rest of the group to pull right up behind him. And then Roeder, the blue car at the top of your screen, he's like, I'm going to pull up and have a little chat with Sheriff. Great run down to the line. Jay makes a run on Newen, and then Newen throws the block at the last second to make sure he takes the win. So Jay will hold on to his points lead. He's got a 2-point lead over George Newen. Gunzit back in third. He's just 3 points off the lead. And then Roeder, just 4 points, 3 races in. Just one more race to determine which driver will advance on to round 2. Gunzit and Roeder starting in row 1. And then we've got Newen and Jay starting in row 2. And the final race is underway. Gunzit off to a good start. He'll lead him through 1 and 2. Roeder on the inside. He's going to make the pass for the lead. And it's going to be Michael Roeder winning the final race of the day. Gunzit finishing second, Newen third. And then it was Jay in fourth. But Michael Roeder, what a great pass going into turn 3 on the inside of Gunzit. And he finishes the day on a high note with a big win. And then Jay scoring just 1 point in the final race. It is going to be just enough to get him to squeak by into round 2. Jay will win Group 8 with 12 points. Gunzit and Newen tied with 11. And then Roeder finishes in fourth with 9. So here are the updated driver standings at the end of round 1 here in race 2. The 8 drivers advancing on to round 2. We have Jay, Harvey Rodcap, Danny Swervez, Ronald, Ryan Laney, Herb Kerbler, Rich Mixon, and JD McPillar. You'll notice that Rich Mixon and JD McPillar are currently not in the top 16, but they will have another opportunity to score points in round 2 and get themselves into the top 16. Unfortunately for the rest of these drivers outside of the top 16, that will be the end of their run here in the 2021 Next-Gen Piston Cup. In the team standings, Dom's Tuner Shop still holding strong and holding a 34-point lead over VCD 132 Racing, and then Crime Syndicate Racing holding on to their spot in the top 3. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the racing, and we will see you all back here next week for the final group of round 1 in the Legacy Piston Cup. Take care.